Mary Poppins Returns is super decent, average-rific, expiala disappointing, a sequel that tries to be the original but isn't. Sadly, Julie Andrews doesn't reprise her role here. Super decent, average-rific, expiala disappointing.
Take a look, it's under the covers. One discovers that the king may be a crook. Chapter titles are like signs, and if you read between the lines, you'll find your first impression was mistook.
Mary Poppins Returns, directed by Rob Marshall, director of my second favourite Pirates of the Caribbean movie, On Stranger Tides, and is the 2018 sequel to the greatest live-action Disney movie ever made, period. The 1964 classic Mary Poppins. This movie was released 55 years after the original, and I thought Incredibles 2 was later, but this is the latest sequel ever. So Mary Poppins Returns tells the story taking place after the original movie. Michael and Jane Banks are fully grown into adulthood, and Michael now has 3 kids of his own, although sadly he is having serious financial trouble with his home. At some point, the greedy bankers are plotting to take his home from him. So Michael calls for the assistance of everybody's favourite, practically perfect in every way nanny, Mary Poppins herself, this time played by Emily Blunt. As she helps Michael and his kids. Yeah, that plot is a little reminiscent of the first Mary Poppins, isn't it? We all know the original Mary Poppins is a practically perfect classic in every way. And Saving Mr. Banks, the movie based on the making of Mary Poppins, that does the story justice, and one of my favourite movies of 2013. Now let's get to my thoughts on Mary Poppins Returns, and Mary Poppins especially lent me her umbrella for this review. And is Mary Poppins Returns as practically perfect in every way as its predecessor? Hell no. It isn't anywhere close to the original Mary Poppins in terms of quality, but as a sequel to one of Disney's landmark motion pictures, it's watchable at best, but no higher than watchable. As a sequel to Mary Poppins, you'd want a sequel so good we've never seen it before, but still, I am thankful that Disney could make at least a good sequel to Mary Poppins. As for my positives, the best part of this movie is 100% the animated world sequence. When they stepped into that hand-drawn world like they do in the original, that was my favourite part of the original, and it's by far my favourite part of this movie. In fact, 95% of the movie should have taken place in the animated world, because I was loving it that much, just to see the hand-drawn animals and the hand-drawn backgrounds interact with live-action actors. That one moment, so that was the one moment in the movie that brought back the magic of the original, and it's finally relieving to see hand-drawn animation return to Disney after being absent for so long, because that's what Disney do best. I also loved seeing the fully grown versions of Jane and Michael, played superbly by Emily Mortimer and Ben Whishaw. He's Q in the Daniel Craig Bond movies, as well as Paddington. I loved seeing Jane and Michael's story continue as they mature, and Michael has one moment where he just he breaks down emotionally because of the stressful time he's going through, of the possibility of having everything he loves taken from him by the bank. That is powerful. And I love how Jane and Michael were supportive of each other as brother and sister, even in their grown-up years. And this movie thankfully still has the songs. Sure, the songs are not a patch on the songs from the first Mary Poppins, as the original Mary Poppins has the advantage as it was written by the Sherman brothers, who were the best of the best at Disney songs. But thankfully, this is still a musical, and you can't have a Mary Poppins movie and not be a musical. And I was singing along with a great big smile on my face to each song. My personal favourite being "The Cover Is Not the Book." That song features a vital message for kids that you should never judge a form of media, be it a book, movie, TV show, or video game, by the cover alone. And the production design, from the sets of London to the costumes of that time period, and help you feel like you're stepping back into the universe of Mary Poppins. A marvellous production design. But that's all I liked about this movie. Now we get to where Mary Poppins Returns felt slightly underwhelming. I don't like the decision to recast Julie Andrews as Mary Poppins. Sure, Emily Blunt is absolutely terrific in anything she's in, especially in A Quiet Place this year. But as Mary Poppins, I didn't see Julie Andrews in her. She doesn't compare to and can never replace Julie Andrews. Emily Blunt's posh English voice, it sounded fake to me. I'm aware Julie Andrews is in her 80s by now, but you could have easily made her look younger, Disney. You know, they made Judy Garland look younger when she played Dorothy in Wizard of Oz back in the day, and that was all without CGI. So you could easily do the same technique here. And the movie is it feels so samey. It has numerous emphasis on numerous plot similarities to the original film that it feels more like a remake than a sequel. Not exactly like the first movie, but it feels 90% the exact same movie, and I wanted this movie to be something a little different for a sequel. Sequels are supposed to continue the story, not to rehash it. I think the majority of the London stuff and the plots about the bank that didn't need to be in the movie, and the bank plot is the most cliched conflict we see in family movies nowadays, especially the bank villains. They are freaking jokes as villains, and it may suffer in its storytelling due to the absence of Walt Disney. And Walt Disney, one of the most innovative filmmakers who has ever lived, period. He had helped the first Mary Poppins be as timeless as it was, and his absence is felt here. This movie should have been released in like either 1965 or 1966, just 1 or 2 years after the first movie. Then Julie Andrews would have gotten to play Mary Poppins again, and Walt Disney himself would have oversaw production. And Dick Van Dyke does have a cameo in this movie, which is wonderful. But where's Julie Andrews? You brought back Dick Van Dyke, but not Julie Andrews. But overall, guys, even though Mary Poppins Returns is indeed an inferior sequel to a timeless landmark of cinema and Disney itself, I still had a jolly good time with it, and this is the most light-hearted and magical and heartwarming movie to go and see for the holidays. I give Mary Poppins Returns 3 stars out of 5. Good movie. Well, I just have to review Mortal Engines, and I've covered all of the December 2018 blockbusters, as well as some Christmas movies to review, as well as my top 10 best and worst movies of 2018. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Mary Poppins Returns? And which do you like better, the original or this one? I predict everybody is with me that the original Mary Poppins is the best, but whichever one is your favourite, please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.